So we're going to take a look at the bad OCs from the last year. So going back in the same order we presented it, Many, why don't you tell us about the bad OC you brought to the party this week?
Alright, this, if you guys remember, is Ash.
I do not.
I do.
I had him on Fan Submitted Part 3, I believe.
Well, I do. I really remember him.
And he was probably my least favorite OC I had to review because he was the dragon pony who could breathe fire, and his special talent was like burning down kingdoms.
I do remember this, yes.
I now remember it.
And nothing against him because he actually was a pretty cool dude, and he took our criticism fairly, and he went on, he made some improvements. Some parts I still don't like the ability to breathe fire still. He still has the fire breathing, but it seems to be more magic based now than anything.
Yeah, because in this thing, his horn's glowing when he's breathing fire.
Yeah, like that's better than just being able to breathe fire.
I like that.
But his cutie mark is still pure black and goes down his entire leg.
Once again, I have to say, I'm freaking okay with pure black cutie marks because that's, I guess, one of the only places you can use it. I mean, my cutie mark has pure white in it. Why wouldn't pure black be able to work too?
I think the thing that's maybe more of the problem is not the fact that it has pure black, but it's only pure black. Maybe.
Yeah. Also, it goes down the leg. I'm not a fan of cutie marks going that far.
Maybe if it was like a curse mark, I don't know.
A curse mark?
He got cursed, and then
then I could like AU curse. He's cursed part dragon.
He took over what his talent was, or something like that.
Well, yeah, his talent is breathing fire.
Well yeah. It would be his actual
also,
talent.
it seems like when he breathes fire, he gets a serious case of jaundice.
Yeah.
He's not bad now. Like I did not like him at first. I thought he was really just unfun. I mean, he's the person who made him seemed to be having fun with him. They seem to want to keep with this very like rebellious, angry type of pony. And that's fine, I guess. But I would definitely make sure you specify specifically, like I can't remember if it's listed here if it's an AU or not.
I'm checking and it looks like it isn't.
Okay, that's bad. You should probably specify that this is an alternate universe character because this character does not fit within the shows, and that'd be bad for you.
Also, there's a perfect opportunity for ponies.
Yeah.
What?
I was just gonna say. Also, there's a perfect opportunity for a horse pun right in that first thing. Also, it takes place in the year 1700. What does that mean?
Because
like
people don't understand the human time.
Maybe it's 700 years in the future. Ooh.
Or they're talking post night or after Nightmare Moon,
or the fact that it's actually on Earth.
Yeah, it turns out he actually lives on Earth.
Yes,
it's just an Equestria-styled Earth
in the country of German.
Well, it could just be Germany.
It seems like he has more potential to turn the OC around still to make it a really fun, like, because you can have like a rebellious, like, sort of angry character without having things that seem just like unnecessary and can at times detract from the character. I feel like there's been a lot, like you said, there's been a lot of improvements, but there's still some stuff that is just like,
I could do without.
Thank you for all that there, Mitty. We're going to move on to what Smooth is going to call his second best of the year part 2 thing.
Mine's kind of more like Commander's Good. This, all the way back from episode 3 of our entire freaking show, is Clarity Cordyceps, who at the time only had the name of Teenage Pony OC.
Pony. I love it. I love it. I remember this.
Look how far we've come.
Yeah.
Look how far we've come.
Don't you remember? Look, her cutie mark is a skull. And then
That's a mushroom.
It's actually a mushroom.
Called it!
Which I like more.
I just freaking love how Porcelain... Isn't this technically the first piece of fan art to feature all four of us?
Yes.
Yes.
It is the first piece of fan art to feature all four of us, and it is the third piece of fan art, period.
Yeah.
The first two were after, like, General, and that was it. And then this was not for a while.
Oh my goodness. It was so weird to see.
Very.
I guess this was also the first revision that anyone had done from something we made, I guess?
Yeah.
So, in a way, this kind of sort of paved a way for us feeling good about what we're doing, and us finding meaning in this show. Because...
Yeah, pretty much.
Freaking... just so good. I don't know what else to say, I guess it makes us feel good about ourselves, and that things are actually can go well. Also a mushroom and not a skull. That was weird.
Also, can we take this as the time to thank Porcelain?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
This is your OC. I'll let you handle this.
Thank you so much, Porcelain. Without you, we probably wouldn't be a thing. As exemplified for any of you who go back and look at episode 3 and possibly a lot of the others for the next few episodes, you will notice that a certain name, Porcelain Parasite, happens to show up a lot.
Porcelain Parasite.
I forgot that was a thing for a while.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
If there's
It's
one,
just
if
now been
there is a
ingrained.
crutch holding Euro C Sucks up from the very beginning,
yes,
it was
yes.
Porcelain Parasite.
Yes. We would not be where we are today without her, because we just would have fallen to pieces. We would not be a thing without her. So, from the bottom of our hearts, and everyone here at Euro C Sucks, thank you, Porcelain Parasite. Though this piece is here and showing us, like, us helping her out and stuff, I feel like we still haven't actually seen a full, like, the full picture of her being revamped, so Porcelain, you should totally get on that.
Oh my God.
Also,
Please and thank you.
Love you.
Thank you. You're the best. Always, forever,
you.
all time.
Lots and love, Euro C Sucks.
And she's really cute.
Well, then it's time to move on to Mummified.
Going from an OC that is absolutely great and we love and we feel that supplied us with a lot of loving reception and warmth towards that character, as well as love back from the creator, into something that, even though I don't think I brought it to the party, but I believe I had the most to say about this pony when it came to the party.
And this pony's name is?
Golden Fox.
Golden Fox. If there's one thing I appreciate the most about this, is they changed the name. That it's not a puppet, it can't be used as a puppet, so I like the fact that it actually changed the name to what it properly is. It is a static expression request. I would have called it a bundle, but hey, that's splitting hairs at this point. I really think that it had a lot to improve upon, not only through colors and design, but as well as posing and whatnot. And I really didn't like it, and I feel like there was a lot to improve upon. So actually, since then we also found out that it's not, in fact, whatever Golden Harvester... Yeah, Golden Fox. It's not going to be Golden Fox. It actually is Prince Flare.
Which, just a note, I looked when I had this OC initially, and I could not find that name anywhere, so...
Yeah.
I apologize, that was my fault, but, like, for cereal.
But there raised a good point. Make your name more readily available.
Yeah, that.
Because
makes it easier.
Especially when it comes to a website like DeviantArt, and what's the name again? Say it one more time.
Prince Flare.
Yeah, with such a generic name like that, Like, not rudely, but Prince Flair is a pretty... It can be pretty obviously, like... Why Prince?
No
I
idea.
don't know.
Don't question the magic.
I'm not gonna question.
But
But with a name like Prince Flair, there are two words used a lot. Make it readily available to everyone because no one's gonna assume your name is Prince Flair. Like, what was the other one? Golden Harvest.
Yeah.
Golden Fox.
Yeah. See, that one sounds like a better name. Like that sounds like a normal pony's name because he doesn't look like a prince.
Not a fox. Golden Flare.
Well then, it's time to move on to the last OC of the night.
This is the OC that I brought for whatever this category is called. I don't really know what it's called. There's no real actual thing. But this is called... Mollified decided to bring one of the OCs I brought for this. I decided to bring one that Mollified brought. Because... just to really quickly go over what happened, Mollified brought this OC on, and he did not look at it. At all.
I looked at it.
You looked. You
skimmed.
You glanced
skimmed.
at it, and then you
glanced.
I
You're
thought
like,
it had
okay,
an
this is
okay
an
color
OC.
scheme.
You
I'm
didn't
going to
even
choose
know
this.
he was an alicorn.
Yeah, you didn't know he's an alicorn, Mollified. This is on you. Anyways, so Mollified brought an OC, knew absolutely nothing about it, and then he starts reviewing his OC on the show live for us.
I admit, there are certain things about it that should not have kept it on a good OC part. I think I probably should have been better as a mildly bad.
And you
As
tried,
the host,
you tried
I feel quite
so
ashamed of
hard to
yourself.
defend this pony, and the fact that you just messed up. You tried
You fucked
so
up.
hard, and all you had to do was admit it.
fucked up.
All you had to do was admit it. But if you do want to actually learn about this OC, I feel that this is not the place to talk about it just because of the reasons. And we have an episode where we talk about this OC, which I believe was episode 23, fan submitted, part 4. Yeah, it's that one.
Anyway, moving on, because we actually are not just going to be talking about good and bad OCs this week. We also have a selection of a few OCs that we want to give honorable mentions to.
These are all going to be long.
They're not going to be long. We're just going to be talking a little bit about it. So, Mehdi, why don't you tell us real quick about your honorable mention?
Well, you see, Loveless had the greatest character improvement over all my OCs that I brought on over the year of doing your OC Sex. But,
Yeah.
I couldn't. I really wanted to. I needed to talk about Pinpoint. This is amazing. This is the best OC. Better than everything else being brought up. Love her.
Wow, man, you keep it in your pants.
Pinpoint's really cool.
Yeah. He was cool.
I
Those
almost
eyebrows,
brought her on
though.
for that episode that Cherry Berry was on, because they were on the same episode.
Just look at those eyebrows. Anyway, everyone go watch the episode Pinpoint was a part of. That would be
Yep.
29,
I believe
Pegasus
that's
2.
Pegasus 2.
Fantastic. We're now going to move on to who Smooth brought to the party.
My honorable mention for this week,
yes.
of all year, is Fading Dawn, who we brought on for episode 8, which was fan submitted too, by Hiei14. Freaking, once again, another OC that I brought on for good part 2 instead of good part 1, and then everyone was like, "Oh, but this is such a good OC. I wish I could vote for this for good." And that is when I finally realized that, wait, oh no, this is going to be a running thing, isn't it?
We're going to move on to the next one that I brought from honorable mentions. Zoe Stardust. Her OC, Starstruck, was a great character. You know what? Let's have her on a show. And it's like, all right, sweet. So actually being able to not only honorably mention Starstruck, but also honorably mention Zoe Stardust and she coming on our show and actually being our first special guest and really helping us gain traction and really pick up speed with this show. I really appreciated it. Not only for the fact of her actually coming on the show, but to be actually able to talk about what we said about her character and then say why these particular things went down with her character. Actually explaining things behind her back, the stars on her dress, and all these different things. So yeah, a really great OC by a really nice lady, also done by a great artist.
Definitely check out our actual review of Starstruck in episode 3 and our episode with Zoe Stardust, episode 9.
Yes. It was good stuff. And then finally, we're going to end with Commander's honorable mention. Commander?
So, my honorable mention is this OC here, Shade. Now, I did not bring Shade onto the podcast. That was actually Smooth, but I was going to! Motherfucker. Now, the funny thing about this is really early on. I think this was Unicorn, so episode 4. And at the time, we didn't have too many OCs in our fan-submitted OCs, so we had to sometimes go out and ask somebody for permission. Hey, can we use this OC? I really like it. I want to review it, blah, blah, blah. Some people were turned away by the name, but this person wasn't. And I asked them, hey, can I review this OC on the show I'm on? And they're like, yeah, no problem. And I grab the pictures, I go, copy the URLs, go to the folder, and motherfucker Smooth already chose it. Turns out, he had asked this same person, 4 hours before if he could feature their OC, and they didn't tell me! They didn't tell me! So I was just... I really loved this OC. I really loved their color palette. There was just something about it that I just really loved. I just loved this OC. Just they had a really they were just a fun OC. Had a really good color palette. I really loved the eyes, and I was like, yeah. And then I was like, no. And then I'm pretty sure I got a different OC in one of the episodes. That was my fuck you, Smooth, fucking take my OC.
Wow, such hostility.
Yeah, you're honorably mentioning this one and not that one.
Oh, because this is about the memories, dude. That was a good memory. Because we went out of our way, totally independently, found an OC randomly on the internet, asked the person for permission, and brought it to our episode, and it was the same OC. What is with having a pool of OCs that are submitted to us? That's one thing. This is just randomly, and this is on our 4th episode. Come on,
dipstick.
That's bullshit. Anyways, that's basically what I got to say. Nut job. That is all.
Nut job.
Nut job.
Fantastic. So that is this week's episode. We're going to now take a quick vote on who is best and worst ponies of the year. For good OC, I brought in Novalis by Landmana. Commander brought in Nutjob by Lethal Aurora Mage. Medi brought in Loveless by Jellybray. And Smooth brought in Cherryberry by Cage.
Cherryberry.
So, Medi, who do you vote for best OC of the year?
I don't know, this is a really hard decision, Mofi. The hardest one I've ever... Nutjob!
Nutjob!
Pew, 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 pew!
Smooth! Who do you vote for this week? And all of last year.
I'm actually going to vote for Loveless.
Yay!
My favorite OC for this last year is probably gonna be Nutjob. I mean, I really like Cherry, and I like Loveless and what she's done, or what Bray's done to update the character, but, Nutjob's just good from start to finish. And since I can't vote for frickin' Novalis, I guess I gotta vote for Nutjob.
I'm sorry, Mofied, but while I love Novalis is great aesthetically, it's not enough to sway me, and I'm going to give my vote to Cherryberry because it's Cherryberry.
Ah,
God damn it!
But Nutjob still wins. Nutjob, woo!
Nutjob!
Nutjob! We need to do something special because she is the winner. She is the first good OC to win in 2015.
And the best OC of 2014! Yay! Bad OCs that were brought in to talk about this last year. I brought in Prince Flare Commander brought in Leviathan by Evil Frenzy. Medi brought in Ash by Queen Redrum. And then Smooth brought in
Clarity Cordyceps
by Porcelain Parasite. Once again, going back in the same order we presented in and not voting for the same pony you brought to the party. Medi, who is the worst pony of last year?
The Gamer Leviathan.
Nice. Okay. Smooth?
I think I'm going to give mine to Leviathan as well. I don't remember the episode well enough, and we didn't re-explain it all here, but I feel that's probably the most correct.
I probably am gonna have to give it to Leviathan as well.
Since Leviathan has already won, I'm gonna say fuck the rules, and I'm doing my voting for a different way, and I'm gonna vote for Clarity Cordyceps because I really like her, and fuck everyone. Porcelain Parasite helped us out. She's awesome.
Yeah, Porcelain, you are amazing.
So you gave her a point in. You gave her a point in bad.
Yeah, that's kind of a dick move there, Commander. Are you even
I'm
paying
changing
attention?
the rules,
You're really
motherfuckers.
not
I
paying
voted
attention
for
at
my
all.
good part too for once.
It's 43 episodes. Still can't get it straight.
Nope, can't do it. But
See,
so that stands right now.
This is proof, everyone. 43 episodes, and we can still suck at everything.
Yep.
43 episodes, nothing is improved.
So that being said, is in fact Leviathan, sadly, is the worst, or actually, it's not necessarily worst, because there are some things that's good about it, but it is a case where it could be improved upon the most out of all the ponies of last year. So, I believe we may have some questions this week, Medi.
This year.
First questions of 2015.
Questions of 2015. Well, that's an interesting question you've just given me. Do we have any questions? Yes, we indeed have the questions of the 2015. First question, and only question, I believe.
Oh, damn.
Sent to us.
Way to go out with a fizzle.
You want to fucking interrupt me again? You want to fucking go? I'll beat the shit out of you.
Instead of a bang.
First introduced to us by Ask Psycho Pony.
Yep.
He said,
They?
what's the average pony OCs you get per week?
Now, obviously, we can't answer that individually, so Medi...
No, I think you totally should.
I think we can answer that individually.
Yeah, totally. Okay,
well, let's see.
I think we should stop fucking delaying time.
Medi, crunch those numbers for me real quick and see how many.
Crunch. The numbers. The math rounds about to maybe 5 OCs DeviantArt wise per week. 1 to 2 email, and definitely 1 to 2 Tumblr. These numbers vary from week to week because some weeks we get more on one, some weeks get... But altogether about 7 OCs a week.
Cool.
If Tumblr works. Tumblr's a very 1-0 type of thing.
Fickle thing.
It's very binary.
I love it. Anyway, so since that's just the one question we have so far this week, if you have a question, or if you want us to review review your OC, Medi, do you want to tell them where they can submit questions or OCs?
They can submit their OCs, their fan art, and hell, some questions. Why not send it to us at yourocsucks.deviantart.com, at yourocsucks at twitter.com, yourocsuckspodcast at gmail.com, and yourocsuckspodcast.tumblr.com.
So, we have a special little thing we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks, where we are going to take a little bit of a different approach for the next 6 weeks, where we're going to do, instead of all 4 of us in an episode, leading up to our 1-year anniversary, we are going to be taking individual Tuesday host episodes. So that means that over the next six episodes, there are going to be me and Commander, me and Medi, me and Smooth, Commander and Medi, Commander and Smooth, and Medi and Smooth on those episodes. So, since that's a total of 6 possible episodes, it's time to roll the die of wonderment. 1 will be for me and Commander, a 2 will be for me and Medi, a 3 will be for me and Smooth, a 4 is Commander and Medi, a 5 is Commander and Smooth, and a 6 is Medi and Smooth. So, here I go. So it's a 5. So that means next week's episode is going to be Commander and Smooth. They're going to be on the next episode. That means me and Medi are going to take next week off, and we're just going to do it that way. I don't know what theme they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do, but...
It's going to be bitching.
Do you two want to...
It's going to be great. It's going to be so awesome. It's going to be right at the last second.
Yep.
hey, at least we're not waiting for, like, Mob Fight or anything, so...
Yeah,
exactly. So keep an eye out on the Twitter for any additional information about where we may be able to see us or any special events we're going to be doing. But in the meantime, welcome to the new year of 2015. We hope to do a lot of fun, interesting things. We're working hard to get a lot of new fun things happening in future episodes. But that's for future times. What I need to do now is say goodbye. So, my name has been Modified Thunderbirds. I've been joined by...
Commander Sparkle.
Medi Bobo.
And smooth sailing.
And it's a brand new year, but your OC still sucks.